In this video, I'm going to show you how you can monitor your disk space on a Linux system and using bash script and a cron job. We'll start by running a command manually, then turn it into a script, and finally automate it so that it runs in the background without you doing anything. This is a very practical example you can actually use on Ubuntu servers or even in DevOps environments. So let us begin. This is what I want us to do, and this is one of the most important things that you do if you work in with servers. So which is to make sure that there is always enough space for the server to run the way it should. I'm going to give you an example. So what we are going to do, for instance, let me check the space we've got here in this directory. Here we've got 78%. What we are going to do is there would be about 3 sections of this very tutorial. So I'm going to show you how you can always check this space manually, how you can write a simple script that is going to be, you are going to be running to check it for you and save the output. The third installment will be, we are going to run a cron job, which means that this would be running by itself whenever you specify. So you don't need to act on it. It just runs it whenever you specify. So the first thing that we need to do now is to create a file where the output would be set for us. To do that, we are going to start from here. Oh, before this, when I finish typing this, I'm going to tell you, explain to you what I just did. Let us give name it manual.log. So this is in this very directory, we are creating this file so that the output will be appended there for us whenever we run this command. Another important thing here to note, there are a couple of them. Here I'm using my username, which is the username I use on this very Linux machine. So you need to use your username here. Then these very 2 greater than signs, you could have one. If you have only one, it means that whenever you run this command, it's going to delete what you had there and append the new output. But if you want it to keep on appending without deleting the contents, you need to have 2 of those so that it will kind of keep building up for you. When you have this completed, you hit enter. Now that we run it, let us use the cat command to see the, let us see the output. So whenever you run it, it shows you this output. Let us run the command again. I need to pick the correct one. This. Let us run this command again. So now let us use the cat command again. Now as you can see, it is building up. We ran it 2 times now. Before we had only 1 output. Now we have 2 outputs. If you keep on running it, it will keep on building up. There is a kind of a very small kind of something missing here. There is something missing here, which is that we don't know when this very command was run. So I think it would be a good idea to have a date there so that whenever you run it, it will show you the date when it was run. Now to do that is very simple. We are going to use use echo, which is what you use in most programming language or in some programming languages to kind of spit out what you typed. Here we are going to use date. We are going to use date here. This will be quite similar to the command we had already used. The username, the file name, manual.log. So as you can see, it's almost similar. Now let us run this. Let us run our initial command, which was this one. Now let us use the cat command now. So as you can see now, it added the date and time when this was run. Whenever you run these two commands, it's going to repeat the same thing. It's going to add the date and time when it was run. So this is a bit of improvement. But the problem now is that we always have to run these three commands in order to get our output. But we can make it better. To make it better, we are going to create a file. In this file, we are going to input the exact command that we have here, so that we can use them to run this very command once. Now, so if you want, you can copy the same command that you have here. If you want, you can retype it. So I'm going to copy this. Now, I'm going to create a file. Let me call this file, let me call it maybe manual command. I forgot what we call the other one, but let us call it manual command.sh. Now it doesn't need to have .sh. You could call it, you could just have manual command, but as a convention, let us add sh there. I'm using the Vim editor. If you have a different editor, you could use that. You know what? Let's do this. Manual, let us call it manual run.sh. Now I'm going to paste the commands that we had earlier, but before that, this is very necessary. You need to have this very shebang here, otherwise your script would have issue running. So you need to have this here. Then I'm going to paste what I had before. So this is exactly what we had before. No difference. So let me save it. Now that we saved it, I'm going to show you something. As you can see, before we do this, I'm going to first of all, let me show you something. Manual run.sh. As you can see, I was trying to run this, but we are unable to run it because permission is denied. Why is permission denied? Because there is no execute right here. There is no execute right. So this user has no right to execute any command here. We are going to change this. So we are going to use the change mode command. Let us use the up arrow so that it makes this faster. We're going to use the change mode command. Now let us try this again. So if you compare this output with this output, you will see that now we have the execute command here. Let us try and see if we can run our command again. You see, now we are able to run the command. We did not get this error anymore. So let us check the output. Now, as you can see, this just ran now, this very moment. So we can try it again. As you can see, it was at 12:20. Sorry, it was at 12:29. That's the time. Let us run it again. Let us run our script, and then let us check the output. Now, as you can see, that was the one that we ran earlier, and now this one was at 12:30. So it makes this a bit easier for us. Now we are able to see the date when it was and the time when it was executed. We don't need to kind of type two commands, or rather, it's easier now, is what I'm trying to say. So it makes it a bit, easier. So now we are getting to the fun part of it. The fun part is that we are going to create a cron job so that this happens automatically without us taking any action. I'm going to remember the file where we created this very short script was in our home, the username, then manual run.sh. So I'm going to copy this. We are going to create a cron job to do this for us automatically. To create a cron job, let us say cron tab -e. So here we are going to create our job. This is what we are going to do. Here you are going to specify how often. In this case, because of this tutorial, I want it to run every 2 minutes. So I'm going to have, the, what do you call it? The star sign. I want it to happen every 2 minutes. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm going to paste this. So remember, this is exactly where our script, because now we are trying to run that very script that we wrote. So this is the part where the very file exists. That's why I have it here. So you should make sure that yours is the same. Now that we have this, so first of all, let me explain this. So this runs every 2 minutes for me. I don't even need to act on it. It just happens automatically. So what what does this mean? So this means that this will be running every 2 minutes. It runs every hour, every day, and every month. So later on, we are going to go into this more so that I can explain to you more on this. But for the sake of this tutorial, this will be running every hour, every 2 minutes, in every hour, every day, and every month. Now let us save this. So now let us check our job. Let me use certain amount of number of lines, and the path should be the same as before. I think it was manual.log. So you see, so this will be happening by itself. We don't even need to act on it. It just does it automatically. So let us wait a bit and try again. Let me increase this even more. Let us try again. Yeah, as you can see now, it was there. Then we had this, it ran 2 minutes later. Yeah, as you can see, it incremented again. So this is how you can easily automate your job so that you don't need to, to manually do it all the time. So I hope this tutorial has been helpful. Can I ask you to please subscribe to my channel, to like, and to share? Thank you.